build that building back the way you have it now. So if you let it go and you let it, fall into a state of disrepair where it isn't worthwhile fixing it up, it's coming down, and there's probably a less attractive alternative going in its place.
Well, there's a number of nice buildings really done well by the wells.
Absolutely, and there's a perfect example of why you need to protect.
They pretty much came down before they went back up.
Yeah, and think of them. I mean, the neighbor next to them were somebody not taking care of their building.
Yeah, I'm sure they went up, and when they did that, they protected their building with double drywall or whatever they needed to meet fire code, so that they don't have to worry about their issue going that way or the other way coming in. So I mean, you can protect your building from your side of the building. It's not, and I imagine they have.
Yeah. Let's get back to council discussion. I appreciate it. The hearing's been closed.
Yeah.
Let's council discussion so we know what we're going to be doing for future meetings.
I'd make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 972 to add chapter 161 vacant building permit to the Lamar's Code of Ordinance.
Subject to the changes as referenced.
Correct.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Hearing none, I think the motion does not pass. So do we close the hearing?
It's closed.
Or
The hearing is closed. I guess the question to the council would be, what, if anything, do you want city staff to do in reference to this ordinance? Do you want to see it in a new form as a new first reading? Or do you want to see an amended 145, if that's even possible?
Yes, that's what I would like to look into, because I really, really, really support this effort. I don't know that there's a lot of holes punched in this one, so I think either way, city staff can get together, regroup, and say, let's rewrite this, and I think we or amend the other one. I tell you, I've never had an issue where I'm so 50-50, so, because I get it.
I certainly hope we can find something. I mean, otherwise, I think you're siding with the wrong side here. The people that don't care for their buildings and don't take care of their buildings and don't lease out their buildings, instead of those that are investing in our community. So.
I just some clarification, Clark. I mean, because you said to either rewrite this one or add to 145, or amend 145. I don't know what we could change in this existing one beyond
the changes.
The three or four that we already changed.
But there's a lot of changes. I mean, so if that's what you're telling us to do, to look at the two options and come back to us and try again, that's fine.
Yeah, because I mean, we've had things like the changes have been, what's the fee? Good question. Now, I agree with Mike. You don't want to put the fee in the ordinance, but it needs to be a set. This is what we're looking at doing, but there's still open-ended with the changes, and so that's where I'm at. But I'm just one voice.
Coming back with a clean version will give us another opportunity for public comment, and they'll come in and talk to Jan during the week and come to the next meeting as well.
In my view, I see this as a postponement of the first reading to the next meeting until we rule out the prospects of an amendment to the existing code. And because there might be reasons, if you take a further look at it, where it's not the way to play, and this is the way to play. And if I've seen that and heard that, then let's move. I'm not against it or what you're trying to accomplish.
No, neither am I.
I would say you, Brian. You good with that?
Sounds good. Okay. So am I right? This motion to approve the first reading has failed, but now there's a motion to establish.
No motion. Just give some direction to staff.
No. You'd have to reset a whole new hearing
Okay.
to start over.
Right.
All right. So we can move on?
We can.
All right. Open for citizen discussion. Anybody here to talk about something other than what we just spent an hour?
About this.
When I saw the agenda, I thought, hey, no action items, this would be over in a half hour.
I get lunch.
Oh, boy. Just real quick, I've had a couple calls, concerns on fireworks. So I just wanted to clarify for everybody in the council. Fireworks sales are open right now, June 1st through July 8th by law. You will, since the governor signed the fireworks bill recently, which I was opposed to, most fire service people were opposed to, most cities were opposed to, we no longer can use our zoning ordinances on fireworks. The state said, Lamar's, you don't know where fireworks should go any better than the state. So you will now see tents going up as of June 13th. Tents can be installed to sell fireworks. I've had 3 requests already for tents. One in Hy-Vee parking lot, one behind McDonald's in the grass for Baumgars, and one for Walmart. So we no longer, Greg and I, have the right to tell them no like we did for the first couple years. There was actually some cities that told them no. There was a lawsuit filed. The court ruling was no cities can use their zoning ordinances. Well, the fireworks people have catered, courted, whatever you want to say, a few legislators, and this year it passed that cities have no zoning control anymore. I know there's a lawsuit being worked on by the League of Cities and the city of Des Moines against that because I think they're concerned not so much as fireworks as if it starts there, now what do they tell you you can't zone? Meaning eventually you can put a hog slaughtering plant right next to somebody's house. So it is a concern, but I wanted to let the council know you will see tents this year. Those can sell from June 13th to July 8th. The building that was built out by Hardee's, it's lit fireworks as a structure, so it can sell from June 1st till July 8th. I have met with the tent people. They have agreed to quit selling July 5th. And the reason for that is, in Lamar's, we've went different ways. Our code currently in chapter 48 in our city code says you can discharge fireworks July 3rd, July 4th, and July 5th from noon to 11 p.m. So we give people 3 days to celebrate the 4th of July from noon until 11 p.m. on those 3 days. So I did talk to the tent people. I said, you're going to make it a little tough if you're still selling fireworks on July 8th. We don't allow them to be shot after July 5th. That's a nightmare for us. That's a nightmare for our PD to enforce. So hopefully they said they would comply with that so far. So I just wanted to mention the fireworks thing. Any questions on that, council or mayor?
What are they reaching out to you for tent permits if we're not allowed to tell them when or where? I mean,
so by law, they have to be inspected. We do all the state fire marshal inspections here, Mayor. So we do the pride groups, we do the schools. We'll do the fireworks inspections of the tents, make sure they have the aisle spacing, the fire extinguishers, the parking, vehicle clearance from running into them and things like that. So we do the inspections here, which we've done in the permanent buildings like inside Walmart, inside Hy-Vee, and things like that. But now we'll just add the tent inspections as well.
Gotcha.
They cannot be shot across streets, off the streets.
Exactly. So thank you, Clark. You cannot shoot them except on your own property or someone else's property that has given you permission. So no parks, no streets, no alleys, no.
And I'm assuming they can't be landing them.
Parking
We had a
lots.
gal in here last year over there by, well, we had several.
You're going to have that again because where they go up is where they can go up, and it has nothing in the code about where they come down.
Right.
So when they land in your neighbor's house or your neighbor's yard, you are liable if ever proven that a fire started from your fireworks. Yeah.
You can shoot them back, right? If
They're on your property.
I've taken them back to them. I've taken a bunch out of the yard and walked them right over to the yard they came from. There you go.
I've seen that done.
Greg?
Just a quick update on the Loves project. I get out there quite a bit, almost daily, but maybe not quite. They are cooking right along. I don't know that anybody has been on site. They maybe wouldn't like it if you went on site, but man, the exterior brickwork is done. The canopies are up that have some signage on it already. They are sheet rocking on the inside. In fact, they are ready to paint some of the sheet rocking already, which I think they'll start painting next week. Mechanical, so AC, HVAC that is done. They're doing some shower tiling right now, so I mean, it's cooking right along. Talking with Ruben yesterday, they're about 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So it is really coming along fast.
So what's that with the completion estimate?
August, and the exact date I don't know. I do have it in my notes somewhere, I just don't recall what it is, but August. I went out to Floyd Valley Hospital with their multi-million-dollar expansion out there. It's been under construction for several weeks, but you haven't seen any progress. You know, it's just a lot of dirt work and that kind of stuff. I went out this morning for the first time, so to speak. They're gonna pour some footings this afternoon, so I went out and inspected that. So we should be seeing some progress at Floyd Valley, and Galen School Edition is starting to wind down. So the large projects that we see are cooking right along. So I just wanted to give you the update on Loves.
Question about the Loves though, the part of the trail that's broken off and they've actually removed a lot of it.
Yep.
Is the plan to replace that obviously and the trail still runs there? Because I had several people
Yep.
from the bike club asking about
Yep.
the traffic in and out and maybe if they put it on the other side of the street.
No, it's going to stay on the same side of the street. Jason has worked out some of the details with not the contractor, but the engineers and stuff. There were some tweaks that we wanted to have done from the original plan, and that's why it kind of fell into Jason's lap. There was just some tweaks that needed to be made with the roadway, the entrance. Not major, just basically tweaked, but you're right, the bike trail has been busted out. The concrete wasn't nearly sufficient to hold, you know, the semi trucks and the cement trucks and stuff. But that will be all addressed and taken care of before they open the store up. So. Yeah, it's not moving.
Any other citizens?
It's staying general, same location.
Yeah, I think the concern wasn't just that it's broken up and they'll replace it. It was also if there's going to be a turn lane there, and, you know, there's going to be just not a real safe area for the trail.
It'll be as safe as it was before.
Can I hold you to that?
Well, whether or not you considered it safe before, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're always dodging trucks.
Not turning that way.
You gotta look out. Look out. Thumbs up the word. Mike?
Pass.
Ryan? Pass. Clark?
Thumbs up to wastewater. A lot of people don't realize they did a major undertaking this last couple weeks, and it was very successful with a few little glitches. They borrowed some people from the water department to help them with it, and it was a huge success. Am I right, Jason?
Yes.
And so hats off to that. That's a lot of stuff you don't see, but it's going on behind the scenes.
All right. Steve?
Dan Gray and his volunteers for the youth golf program, 90-plus little golfers out there on a weekly basis, doing a great job. And then also do our Meals on Wheels program. I delivered for a week, and it is a very valuable asset to our those that are shut in and can't get out and get a meal. It's a good deal. So thumbs up to them.
Mark?
Yeah, thumbs up to our state auditor, Rob Sand, who came yesterday. He not only talked about their audit responsibilities, but the pie chart that he has for the innovations and efficiencies, and I took him for some ice cream.
I don't have anything right now. Let's go to consent items. Under the consent items, we have an approval of the May 17, 2022 regular meeting minutes, list bills for period ending 5/31/22, fire rescue personnel salaries for fiscal year 23, renewal of the liquor license outdoor service area for Hy-Vee Iowa Barbecue, Peas Pizza, a new 5-day liquor license permit for the KCs, and an amendment for the Wise Eye Brewing for an outdoor service area. And we have the urban revitalization tax exemption request and a request to close the alley for Wise Eye Brewing. Anybody have any specific questions or concerns about any of those items?
Motion to approve consent items 1 through 6.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We don't have anything under the action items.